A call to end violence against children. Coming up next, we'll show you how Catholic schools across the Coastal Bend are remembering the victims of the Minneapolis church shooting. Plus,
I'm Melissa Trevino in Jim Wells County, where the county judge and commissioners are working on an overall budget for the next year. Part of the budget approved on Friday includes giving all county employee raises.
well, good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. St. Pius Catholic School is choosing faith over fear as they pray for the victims of the Annunciation Catholic School shooting in Minneapolis, where 2 were killed and 17 were injured. This morning, St. Pius Catholic School Principal Beth Hinojosa took her students to pray the Rosary. This is their way of showing their support towards the Archdiocese of Minnesota. St. Pius Catholic School is one of the many Catholic schools across the nation who joined in prayer to honor the victims of the Annunciation Catholic School shooting.
Right now it's especially important that we ask all of Corpus Christi to come together to pray for to end violence against all children, and just pray for the Annunciation School and their whole community.
Now, Father James Keller at St. Pius calls on Corpus Christi to pray for Minneapolis during this difficult time.
It's been around since the 80s, and it has the power to bring justice for victims and their families by simply submitting a tip. Corpus Christi Crime Stoppers has helped solve cases going on in the Coastal Bend, including some that have been going on for decades.
It's been 36 years now.
Elisa Robertson was just 13 when she went missing in the summer of 1989 in Aransas Pass. She went to meet a friend, but when the friend got to their meetup spot, Elisa wasn't there.
Sometimes it's so hard to just even fathom that it was just a 6-minute walk from our house.
Her sister Ruby Robertson Hall, other family members, and friends continue to bring awareness to her disappearance and the case that is still open and unresolved.
Anything and everything to bring Elisa's case to the forefront and to give people the opportunity to come forward and to speak about it.
But they continue seeking the community's support, even through tips and leads. That's where Crime Stoppers come in.
We always say, if you see something, say something. Even if you don't think it's going to be anything, it's better off to let the police know.
There are several ways to submit a tip. You can call the Crime Stoppers hotline, go online, or download the P3 app through the Crime Stoppers Facebook page. Once you submit a tip, it'll be sent to the specific division related to the case.
And once it's investigated, if it results in a arrest or a warrant, anything like that, then that tip is possible for a payout reward.
All tips are anonymous.
You don't have to leave your name, number, anything like that. You just give a location of where the crime is occurring and a brief description of what's going on.
CCPD Senior Officer Antonio Contreras tells me they actually pay out several tips a month, especially after posting the top 10 most wanted at the beginning of each month. Corpus Christi Crime Stoppers team up with other law enforcement agencies to make sure the tips get to the right place.
It can help people to kind of jog their memory. 100 times before the person may not be willing to speak, but that one time it's put out there again and their conscience gets to them and they're like, I need to just say what I know. And that's how these cases get solved.
Ruby says the family petitioned to legally declare Elisa deceased last month for their own peace of mind, but that doesn't mean their fight and search come to an end.
When you don't have a body and you don't have the remains, it makes it hard for you to have some sense of closure, some sense of peace. It's always in the background. I think of my sister every day. It's constant. My family, she'll never be forgotten, and we're going to get some answers eventually.
Now, all tips are tipster-led, meaning the person who submits or calls must call back or log in with the code and password to check the status of the tip they submitted. Reporting in studio, I'm your Sunrise reporter, Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 News.
Michaela, thank you. And we now have some new information on the man who was hit by a car on Root Street earlier this week. CCPD tells us the 85-year-old man passed away just hours after the incident. As we reported, the accident happened Wednesday morning when the man was crossing the intersection of Root Street and 24th Street. He did not use a crosswalk, and the driver was not charged. Well, ranchers in the Beeville area are raising concerns after the death of a beloved animal companion. This is Enzo, a mini donkey owned by rancher Molly Thomas. When she bought her property, Enzo came with it, and he's been a popular sight for residents in the area. But over the Labor Day weekend, Enzo was shot and killed.
I was devastated, and we had small children with us in our search party, and they were upset and crying and asking, how can somebody do this? And they were very upset too.
Well, his death comes in lieu of concerns amongst ranchers of people breaking onto their properties, causing damage, and in some cases injuring their livestock. Thomas tells Neighborhood News reporter Adam Beam she is now offering a $500 reward for anyone with information about Enzo's death that could lead to an arrest. And now it's been a hot couple of days in the Coastal Bend, but I hear we may have some rain coming this weekend. With more details on that, we are now joined by meteorologist Stephanie Laubert. Stephanie, tell us, when are we expecting some of that rain to come?
All the excitement, right? It's the weekend. I think we've got a really good setup here because it's not going to ruin the weekend. We don't have a washout or anything, but we have the opportunity to get a good drink of rain in the forecast, still have weather for any plans you have this weekend. We just need to be choosy about when we have outdoor plans. We'll get to all that and I'll guide you through what you need to know. But over the past 10 hours, doesn't seem like there's been much change, right? Still very hot out there. Over the course of the afternoon, many of us have been spending that time in the upper 90s, if not the lower 100s for the inland neighborhoods. But what's happening right now is more subtle. If you notice more of that air you can wear feeling out there, humidity is coming back thanks to these generally southeast winds. They're breezy now. That'll help your Friday night plans. But what about the rain this weekend? I'll fill you in ahead.
I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Jim Wells County. I spent part of the day listening to the county judge and commissioners discuss the county's operating budget for the next year. One item approved is giving all county employees a 5% raise. For the last 7 years, Jim Wells County Judge Pedro P. Trevino Jr. and county commissioners have tried to keep the county in a surplus.
We're trying to get each department, each elected official, what they need to go on through 2026. And God bless, I think we're able to accomplish that.
In a budget meeting, county officials heard from different departments like the tax collector's office and the sheriff's office about what they need and want for the upcoming year. Some things were approved and some were not.
It is important to have a balanced budget.
Judge Trevino says back in 2017, the county was tight on their budget and had to cut employees and some of their remaining workers' salaries. Commissioner for Precinct 4, Huicho Gonzalez, says they had to look closely at every department.
How do these people make a living with some of the salaries we have? How do we attract people to come over here and work in our jails? How do I attract people to work in our road and bridge when our salaries are so low, you know? He says they appreciate the work their county employees do, so they are picking up the slack.
These are our residents from Jim Wells County, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to get them paid as best we could.
County employees should expect to see their raises go into effect on January 1st. The county judge tells me he and commissioners will meet again September 26th to discuss the county's tax rate. Judge Pete Trevino Jr. expects there to be a vote. In Jim Wells County, I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter, Chris 6 News.
Melissa, thank you. The amount of jobs created in the month of August has now increased compared to the last few months. Jobs outside of agriculture increased by just 22,000 for the month, while the unemployment rate rose to 4.3%, according to a Bureau of Labor Statistics report Friday. Economists surveyed by Dow Jones had been looking for payrolls to rise by 75,000. The report showed a marked slowdown from the July increase of 79,000, which was revised by 6,000. The sluggish growth likely keeps the Federal Reserve on track for a widely anticipated interest rate cut later this month. Well, something big is coming to Corpus Christi. We'll show you what's in store for the city's south side and just how many jobs it will bring to the area.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Well, something big is coming to Corpus Christi, and it's going to be a $90 1,000 square foot entertainment center that broke ground today on the city's south side. Synergy Entertainment CEO Jeff Benson tells Chris 6 News the decision to come to Corpus Christi was an easy one as they saw a need for an all-in-one entertainment center in our city. Neighborhood News reporter Tony Jaramillo has been on this story since April and was there for the event.
We're going to have 2 giant premium large format screens that we call Epic. It's kind of like IMAX screens. 6 screens total, all dine-in theater. There's going to be 22 luxury bowling lanes.
Now that list just begins to scratch the surface, and the company also announced today they will have indoor go-karting and adult mini golf. Construction is expected to be finished by the end of 2026. And there's an update tonight on a story we first brought you last month. Out of 15 dogs that were rescued from the Westside property, 9 have been taken in by Faith and Hope Foundation, and 4 now have been adopted into new homes. The foundation is also hosting a fundraiser this Saturday, September 6th at Nueces Brewing from 11:30 to 5, with money raised going towards food, medical care, and future rescue efforts. Some of the puppies will also be at this weekend's event available for adoption.
All right, if you're heading out for those Friday night plans already, how's the commute looking? Well, not a whole lot going on around SPID, a lot of space between the cars here. So let's show you where we might have a few slowdowns looking around the downtown area. Of course, expect those street closures due to Art Walk. We do have some slowdowns on 37 approaching that crosstown interchange too, so keep that in mind. But if you're heading out around town, the interchange of the crosstown SPID looks good. Saratoga a bit slow, but not anything too far out of the ordinary. Weber is a slowdown between SPID and Saratoga, as is Staples. So as you head out, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. Your forecast is next. Hey there, happy Friday to you. We're starting off with a bird's eye view in this forecast. Wanted to show you how the cloud situation is looking over the Lone Star State. Can't really see much of the Lone Star State because of the cloud coverage out here, but this is the just foreshadowing to the changes we're expecting this weekend in the forecast. While we are enjoying lots of sunshine out there, with it comes, of course, the heat. Our neighbors well out to the west in the Panhandle of Texas, along the Red River, Big Bend of Texas, out toward El Paso, we're seeing a lot of cloud coverage out there. That is the moisture we have been waiting for from that eastern Pacific tropical trouble, Lorena. So even though that storm is way far away from us, we're borrowing some moisture from that, and there's a front that's going to be on the way. Those two things combined with our typical weather is going to help our rain chances look better than they have in quite some time. Something to be excited for. But for your Friday night plans, we're good to go, not expecting any rainfall. We won't see those rain chances pick up until the official weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and carrying into the beginning of next week. More on that in a moment. Let's focus on today because our Friday night plans are just getting started. It was a hot afternoon, but we took things down, keeping it under 100. Best we could do. We hit 99 briefly a couple times at the airport this afternoon. Still hotter than we typically expect for this time of the year, and with no rainfall, our deficit for the year at CCIA has now grown to 6.5 inches on the dot. I am hopeful we'll chip away at those totals in a big way this weekend. But if you're heading out for any kind of fun right now, it's still shorts and t-shirt kind of weather. Don't forget the bug spray. The humidity has come back and the mosquitoes do love it. They love that kind of weather as much as we do here down in South Texas. So we've got lower 90s along the coast, feeling like the lower 100s, and inland lower 100s, feeling like lower 100s. So fairly true to temperature, but we're starting to see those feels like temperatures kind of exaggerate the heat out there just a little bit. Now, if you're heading out to Art Walk tonight, first Friday of the month, first Friday of September means it's also Music Walk. Here's what you can expect hour by hour. Generally going to be a pleasant forecast, but again, it's warm out there. It's hot. So make sure that if you're indulging in any adult beverages, that you are also pairing that with a nice cold glass of water. There will be a breeze out there to help. So maybe it's a ponytail kind of day for my long-haired friends. We're going to go from winds around 20 miles per hour. This evening, those will be more relaxed around 10 miles per hour, but they're still coming from that humid and warm southeast wind direction. So let's get to what to expect for the rest of the weekend. We've been talking about a front. Right now, where is it? In northern Texas, along the Red River Valley here, all the way out through the Panhandle, bringing some rainfall from Lubbock all the way down up to El Paso and the Big Bend. We will start to see that move into our forecast as we head into later on Saturday, and really I think the focal point will be on Sunday and Monday. That's when our front and that tropical moisture come together and meet with the normal tropical moisture we are used to here in South Texas. So rain chances are still looking scattered. It's not going to be an all-day washout. We'll probably have a good deal of clouds on Sunday and Monday, but the rainfall, when it comes down, even though scattered, likely going to come down in buckets, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, we may also have some rain chances through the middle and tail end of next week. That's a ways out, so let's focus on the prize here. Eye on the prize. What kind of rainfall totals are we thinking with this? Well, it's still early, but some of the estimations have some good news for us in that along the coast, we expect to find the biggest accumulations. The blues that you see here are rainfall totals around 1 inch. And if you're wondering about the watershed, yes, we look to pick up some good totals there too. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Keep an eye on the forecast as we head on into the weekend.
Now, the local events and fun things to do. It's Coastal Bend Weekend with the Hoffmans.
Well, it is time to turn up the vibes and feel the rhythm of the Coastal Bend because your neighborhood is buzzing with events that hit all the right notes.
That's right. Let's kick things off right here in downtown Corpus Christi, where Friday's Art Walk is getting a musical makeover.
The third annual Music Walk is taking over tonight, putting the beat in the heart of Corpus Christi.
It's not just a music festival, it's a full-on celebration of local culture, sound, and style.
Expect 60 local musicians across 3 outdoor stages and a whole mixtape of genres from hip-hop to country, oldies to EDM.
Businesses will be joining the jam with their own in-house tunes, plus over 250 vendors, dozens of food trucks, and live art demos to make this block party a feast for all your senses.
The party pumps up from 6 to 10 tonight.
Heritage Park Market Days is putting a fresh spin on Saturday with the Kids Biz Bash.
Young entrepreneurs will be the stars of the show, showcasing their business skills, creativity, and their hustle.
The event is all about inspiring the next generation of innovators and giving you a chance to shop small from some big future CEOs.
The market runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, and yes, it's going to be adorable.
Calling all trainers a Pokemon champion will be crowned this Saturday at the Pokemon Cup tournament.
Head to Tronics Repair and Games for battles, bragging rights, and maybe, yes, a legend, wait for it, Dairy Win.
Registration starts at 10 a.m. Tournament kicks off at 11.
It's $20 to enter, so bring your best deck and your game face.
It's going to be a doggone good time at the Portland Aquatic Center for Poochapalooza H2O.
This Saturday, the pool goes to the dogs, literally, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m.
There's a swimsuit competition, doggy concessions, and tail-wagging fun all around.
Registration and current vaccinations are required, though, so make sure your pup is ready to make a splash.
And last but definitely not least, Monster Truck Maniac roars back into the Richard Borchard Regional Fairgrounds in Robstown.
Expect giant trucks, freestyle Motor X, a family fun zone, and enough horsepower to shake the stands. Show starts at 7 p.m. tonight and Saturday. Ticket deals are online.
Now, folks, there are so many events happening in your neighborhood, so if you want to see a full list, visit our website, christv.com.
That's right, and if you happen to have your own event you think belongs on Coastal Bend Weekend, shoot us an email. We'll put it on next week's. But for this week's Coastal Bend Weekend, I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman, Chris 6 News.
And adding another fun thing to do this weekend, head on over to the USS Lexington. Tickets are just $8 now through Sunday as the museum invites the community to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II with discounted admission. You can buy tickets the day of or visit straight on the ship. We'll be right back with more Chris 6 News.
Watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. So how much would you pay for the lightsaber used by Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy? Well, if your answer was more than $3.6 million, then it could have been yours. The movie prop used in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi went up for auction yesterday and led to a bidding war. Going into the auction, it was expected to sell for $1 to $3 million.
You know what's crazy? So being the Miamian that I am, that banana that sold at Art Basel, the banana duct taped to the wall.
How much was that for?
So I don't remember what the original sale was, but last year it sold again for $6.2 million. So apparently a banana is worth 2 lightsabers.
Wow.
But there's only one.
Yeah, there's only one of those lightsabers. So, hey, I hope that person has a lot of fun with their new $3 million toy.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Indoor activities could be lightsaber battles. We're looking at some rain in the forecast. Not a washout, but as you head on into Sunday and Monday, as those scattered showers kind of roll in, they're going to be coming down in buckets at times. So keep that in mind. Just keep an eye on the forecast if you have any plans, and then we'll hope to keep the rain coming into next week. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Have a great weekend. We'll see you here at 6 o'clock.
Bye.